stumbling over bitches, steady grabbing on some titties, yo, just to keep my balance, stay on my feet, looking for some big girls that like to eat.
And hello, everybody, hello, and welcome to We Synced It. Yes, it's a weekly podcast that focuses in on all the movies, TV, and the entertainment in between. I am one of your hosts, Pat, and we have, I can't even really call these people guests, because these are, they're basically family right here. We're basically at Olive Garden right now, because, when we're here, we're family. And I'm here with... How many people are part of the Real Idiots?
Well, I'd say there's a
1/15th.
No, yeah, no, less than that. I'd say like the main core is like eight heads.
Oh,
all right.
So
yes.
more like closer to a third. I don't know. I'm no good at fractions.
I'm not good at math.
No, me neither. Yeah, man.
But yes, man, introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm Tyler Council. Wait, before we go any further, is this voice okay for you, or should I try something? Does it sound? Is this gonna be good? Yeah. Or should I try?
I mean, what else voice do you got, yo? What you got?
I'm Tyler Council.
Is that better, or whatever's more gonna
So
work?
you gonna do that for the whole podcast? You can pull that off?
Yeah.
No. Anyways, I'm Tyler Council, and created the Real Idiots, and this is like the co-creator over here, one of the co-creators.
Yeah, I'm Alex Estefano.
Let me give y'all one of these.
Thank
One
you.
of those for the Real Idiots, you know what I mean? Much deserved. So, how are y'all doing today, huh? What's it like going through this 2020 and y'all got a lot of things slated.
Yeah.
Trying to stay busy, yeah.
Yeah, 2020 thing is a loaded question. There's definitely been a lot of downs, but there's been some positive things that have happened. We have a lot of shit coming up at the start of 2021, so hopefully it's a good year for us. It's a good year for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it affected our output at all.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were posting up that you were getting into these festivals like left and right, man. And to me, I'm not surprised about it, but the fact that it was just like, it was a constant thing, I was like, oh shit, you submitted. Oh, you got in. It was amazing, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been like our biggest year for being like selected into film festivals. The only bummer is it's all been virtual festivals, and that's really no fun, and that's no way to really network. I mean, more power to these film festivals that are doing it virtually, because I know it's a huge undertaking. That's probably a huge pain in the ass, but it's not the same as actually being in the theater, seeing everybody's stuff, and wanting to go talk with people. And hopefully connect and collaborate. So it's been awesome that we've been selected and nominated for a lot of our stuff that we've done in the past year and a half. But it does suck that we actually weren't able to go be a part of it physically.
But what's it like going to like a virtual like film fest? Like what? Not going to what?
Yeah,
I don't even know what to call it, man.
Yeah, it's not going to. It's usually on a Zoom or like Google Meetup. It's definitely like it's never really run smooth, but the cool thing is everybody's doing it, so it's like we're all in the same boat, but
everybody's understanding and shit like that.
The biggest downside is like I feel like people really only watch their block that they're in, because it's like nobody's gonna be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do this or that, but like watching people's block that you're in, you get to be like, oh, well, let me reach out to this person, hopefully right after the fact, and maybe they'll respond and be like, oh, I liked your shit too. And vice versa, but it's like laggy and wonky and kind of like you've been on a Zoom, like you're talking over each other and just like super awkward shit, but it's still just as nerve-wracking as like getting up for a Q&A after a film in an actual film festival, but it's the new norm, I guess. Hopefully the world opens up next year and we have some shit that we can actually go physically be a part of.
Yeah.
Well, we will in February?
January, actually.
January, yeah.
Yeah, Senflow, shout out to Central Florida Film Festival. It's one of my favorite. And an awesome movie theater, awesome people. But unfortunately, I won't be able to go, nor will Alex be able to attend, because we're both going to be on different TV shows. But hopefully you and the rest of the real idiots involved with the films that have been selected to that film festival can go represent the real idiots.
Yeah, check it out. Central Florida Film Festival.
It's really cool for sure. And we have As Plain As in, we have Scarspace in, and we have Door to Door Demon in. So hopefully you guys can get a caravan of people out there and rep hard, because it's probably one of the first.
What city's in it?
Mount Dora. I think.
It's right outside of Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's called Mount Dora.
Nice. And what day is day is it on? Is it like on the 15th or something?
No,
it's a weekend.
It's January
12th, I believe.
12th. Oh,
No,
okay.
no, it's later than that. I think it's January 22nd through the 24th.
Nice.
So,
All right.
speaking of which, I gotta hit up all the real idiots and see who's gonna go, because they're asking for head count, because there's gonna be, social distancing. So they'll space out the seats. It's a real nice, like, recliner.
They do it like a real theater. It's like a Cinemark or something.
Full bar. Yeah, pretty dope. Unfortunately, last year when we went, the hurricane screwed up the attendance, because we had Egg Belly in, and people were cracking up. It was a good time, though. We had a great time. We all went up for Egg Belly and got introduced to, like, one of the weirdest fucking filmmakers I've ever met in my life. Basically, he did, like, some take on A Christmas Carol, but he made it a point to, as he was walking up for the Q&As, he's screaming, "You get it? You get it? Tell me you get it." And he's like, "Guys, that's a fucking $40,000 budget. And those are SAG actors." And, like, he took over the whole Q&A to the point where the moderator was like, "Dude, shut up."
Shut it down.
He's like, "Tell me you get it." And then we met him after the fact, and he had, like, this whole rollout distribution plan. His whole plan was to release DVDs of his Scrooge whatever take in 7-Elevens across the country. And I was like, "That's your big goal. Okay. Interesting."
Tyler's like, "I got to talk to this guy."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He's like at a table after the films, and there's like a group of like 10, like, there must have been like 18-year-old kids like surrounding him. Looks like he's like starting a cult or something.
Oh no.
He shot it on, like, 35 millimeter film.
Wait, so those 10 or 18-year-old kids, they got it then, right?
No, they didn't.
He was
He didn't
just
get
he was just talking himself up,
Okay.
like he was like
really hyping himself up.
like the biggest
All
filmmaker since Steven Spielberg.
All right.
So, I mean, I was like, we have to do a mockumentary about this fucking fool. But, like, Cody was there, also one of our main players in the Real Idiots, and, like, he was talking the guy up to like just keep boosting his ego, so the guy would spew more bullshit about how good he is as a filmmaker. But no, it was great. I mean, we had some young filmmakers come over to us and be like, "Yo, your shit was fucking hilarious." Da 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 da. But we try to.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah, we're kind of modest and weird about, like, and I always seem to say the same shit in Q&As. I was like, "Yeah, this is a script I fucking farted out in 5 minutes." And then I look back and I'm like, "Wow, I sound like a pretentious asshole."
I called you out on that.
But you did, actually. He said, like, you farted it out. Fucking, I mean, but that was kind of the case for that one. I mean, and most of the ones, Alex would be like, "Oh, let's shoot something." And then I'll like, "All right, let me fire something out." Obviously, like, we'll tweak and, like, hone in on shit. But usually I, like, one sitting, I'll fucking...
What did Cody do to you at the Key West Film Festival?
Oh,
during the
dude.
Q&A.
So same film, Egg Belly, made it into the Key West Film Festival. Awesome film festival. But I went up for the Q&A, and Cody, who worked on Egg Belly, came down to the Keys with us, and he decided to make it even more nerve-wracking for me and asked me, like, a question during the Q&A that couldn't even be answered. Like, what was it? He said, he's like, "So, did any of your actors have trouble, like, saying lines and shit?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "You were there, dick. Like, what the fuck?" Like, or it was something, I think it was something worse than that, really. It was just, like, something that couldn't be answered, so I was just like, and I just, like, passed the mic.
What was the temperature of the day when you shot?
And, like, no, everybody was just, like, cringing for me, and all you hear is Cody laughing to himself, like, "Got him." Like, I'm like, "You're supposed to be, like, fucking..."
Did the little snap. Like,
Yeah. I'm like, "You're supposed to be, like, throwing me a fucking, like, a softball."
yeah.
Or don't ask me any questions and like let me answer the questions that the moderator is gonna ask or somebody I don't know is gonna ask. But yeah, he made it. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you after that? I was like, you're such an asshole, dude. But yeah.
I mean, that's what friends do, man. When they do that kind of shit,
Makes things worse for you.
I had a buddy who he was in your same boat. Like he just did a film, and he was doing the Q&A, and he had nothing but dolphin shit on, right? Mm-hmm. And I just stood up. I'm like, I'm gonna make fun of this motherfucker, and I just said, I'm like, yo, when you got the dolphin outfit, was the hat part of the whole set, like a one piece kind of thing? And everybody just started laughing. He was like, oh, this is Pat. He was also in the film and stuff like that. Oh, don't do that to me.
Like, did you buy that off the whole mannequin?
It was just a one like I want
this.
that. I want this.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
You gotta do that kind of shit, man. It's funny, but I mean,
Go Dolphins.
Yeah, go Dolphins.
They play tonight at 8:15 on a Saturday. Weirdly, so
I didn't know. I don't know if you guys know this, but dolphins love eating candy.
they do. That's all they eat. They'll eat candy right out of your hand too. We
Like Werther's original.
Yeah, me and Alex went to a singles resort, and they had a dolphin pool, but they wouldn't let you feed them like mackerel or anything. It was just Werther's,
Original
Werther's. Yeah, they won't eat the other shit, but good times.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, you guys went viral for like one of your festivals that you went to that I saw. I think it was one of your members. I think it was Cody, and he broke like an ironing board or something?
Was that viral? Did
Yeah.
we go viral?
Well, to me, it went viral because usually I see the videos that come out of this is back when I was on Facebook and I saw the video come out of there,
right.
But I saw it somewhere else that I didn't know the person who posted it.
Did it make it on Barstool? Maybe?
You should have fucking sent that to us, dude.
For real?
Or let us know that it was somewhere, because usually you get shit straight from the source.
Yeah, I get it from the source, but I got it from like somebody who I didn't know. Yeah. I know that you guys didn't know, and it was somebody saying like, but it was viral for saying like white people.
Right.
But it was just a clip of
white people
Cody,
be like,
yeah, but it was just Cody just falling on the ironing board, and I was like, yo,
I wouldn't call it
know
falling.
That guy.
More of an elbow drop he did.
Yeah.
I think it was around the same time that, actually I can't even say that it's in the past because it's still happening now. You know that like football fans that tailgate, they jump on tables and shit like that? It was like in one of those
compilations?
Yeah,
but
this one was just a standalone kind of thing. Like it was just a standalone. And I was like, I know that guy.
That's awesome. Hopefully, maybe you can retrace your steps and find out where the fuck that came from.
Dude, that was I believe that it was like last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a funny ass video. But unfortunately, like you never know like where shit is reaching, or I don't know our demographic or our audience. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately,
I mean, you've been on Rob Dyrdek's show, right?
I've been on Ridiculousness.
No way, really?
Well, yeah, yes, my ass has been on Ridiculousness.
Just fishing. Oh, yeah, okay.
He keeps fishing, he doesn't care.
He has like the least hair and the smoothest skin ever.
I knew it, you're a Ken doll.
And then some of my work has been on like World's Dumbest and
you probably be on the Chive, those
HLN.
HLN.
I guarantee that you've been on Chive, like at the restaurant. You know how they have those little videos that just play compilations of like either people succeeding too
like at
much
Duffy's or
failing and stuff. Yeah, you probably definitely
Fail Army.
Yeah, Fail Army. You've definitely been on there.
Oh yeah, I'm a failure.
Court TV.
So yeah, no, the video he's talking about. Maybe we can run a clip after we talk about it, but we were getting ready for the film festival, and we had been like pre-gaming, getting amped up, we were excited, and it was one of us was ironing, and I was like, I bet you won't fucking elbow drop that shit, and he's like, bet.
Well, I was gonna do it, and then I kind of laid on it. I was like, it's gonna break.
Yeah.
And then
So you had the wherewithal to know that. Oh, okay. So this thing is
you gotta pay it forward, man. So just toss it over to Cody.
Yeah, give it to your friend.
Yeah.
Just like he tossed me that fucking question.
Yeah.
And he's a Marine, so he's not gonna say no.
Oh, dude, you should. If you see the video, his fucking legs like did like a cartoon like split as soon as he hit the ground. But I was surprised he did it. He did. More power to him. He totally committed. And
The funniest thing is like the audio of it because it's like you hear oh, and then it just go quiet for like a little bit, and then the video cuts out. So it's like
I think that silence was like more of concern. Like, is he fucking dead?
Oh shit, yo!
Shout out to Kodiak, crazy
Yeah.
motherfucker.
So that shit was pretty fucking funny. So let's get into the stuff that you guys got coming up, or the things that you guys already submitted into film festivals that are. I mean, you can call them classics, but I mean, it's too soon to say. You know what I mean? I think you got to
we
be.
don't know yet.
Me personally, I believe it's 10 years out. That's when you start to call things classics. So I'm gonna start off with the audio of As Plain As. Oh shit, my fault. That is a Pornhub original. My bad. I'm playing as 4. Here we go, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna start it at 14 seconds because I realized that this is when the meat starts to get
Yeah,
into
please
it.
do. Yeah. Bye.
All right.
And out.
Oh, hey there, Butternut Squash. Hey, I'm at the doctor's office right now.
Dermatologist.
Yeah, I'm at the proctologist. Listen, I am such a ding dong. I'm here at the doctor's office right now.
Dermatologist.
I can't recall what exactly I'm here for.
I don't know. I didn't set up the appointment. Why don't you have them fucking doctors take a gander at your tiny maggot-filled cheating cock that you've been fucking hot potatoing in every little whore's ass? You should check it for gonorrhea.
Maybe we should. Ha! Oh, you know what? Maybe we just check my blood pressure because it was a little elevated last time I was here. Let's just do that.
This is a dermatologist office.
Oh yeah, dermatologist office. I
Okay,
think my
what's
wife
on
is
your
smoking
nose?
crystal meth again. Excuse me?
So while you want me to play,
No. We don't want to spoil all the
yeah,
goods.
but when you were coming up with this idea for this short, what were your intentions? What were your thoughts?
Well-
Because this is also a holiday short, right? It's a holiday short, right?
Right. Sure.
Technically, I don't want to give people too much of what the story is really about.
Well,
But
So, Alex hit me up as per usual. Around this time, most of us in the industry have off because it's the holidays. So we know we're gonna be home. We're like, all right, we have to shoot something right before Christmas or right after Christmas. And inevitably, we shoot it and we release it after Christmas. So it's a perfect re-release for the next Christmas. But he said we need to shoot a Christmas story.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Some, I don't know, something Christmas.
something Christmas.
Something Christmas.
Christmas. So I said, all right. And I had recently gone to the dermatologist's office, and like as I was waiting to sign in and talk to the lady at the front desk, there was this guy, like this old man, who was like, he was like kind of just giving his personal business loud as fuck to everybody, like just being like, I don't know, like my email, like just fucking doesn't know why he's there. So I thought of the idea from that guy, went into the office, and I was like, my wife sent me here, and I'm trying to think, what did she tell me I needed to ask the dermatologist about? And I couldn't remember, so I literally had to call her and be like, why the fuck am I here again? And she's like, are you an idiot? I'm like, yeah, I guess. So she like told me everything I needed to know before the doctor came in, and then I relayed the message to him, like, oh, this is why I'm here, blah, blah, blah.
Didn't you have like a tumor on your head?
A cyst. It was disgusting. Let's insert a picture of the shit they cut out of my head right here.
How do you forget that you have that on your head?
It looked like a werewolf's tooth when they cut it out of the side of my temple.
Did they tell you how you got it?
No, I have no idea. But it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I was like, oh, this needs to go. So they cut that shit out. It was disgusting. I remember like being on my side and like smelling it.
It's from bed ants.
Bed ants, sleep ants, being attacked by sleeping ants. So anyways, that's where the basic premise came up, and like I just had that fresh in my head when he said, "Oh, we're all gonna be home again. Let's fucking do a holiday thing." So I started from that, and usually what happens is I just go from A to B. I really think about, okay, how is this gonna, what's the middle gonna be like, what's the end gonna be like. I kind of just vomited out, and then people like Alex and Aaron Fine, who's a great writer as well, kind of reined me back and be like, okay, well, what the fuck is the joke here? I was like, okay, it's funny, but like, what's the whole point? So
I mean, this was mainly your brainchild for sure. I feel like I didn't have much
right,
as far as writing goes.
Yeah, I was like, this shit's. I remember being in the editing process, and I'm like, this shit is fucking hilarious. And you're like, it's all right, and it happens to be like the most nominated thing we've ever done, because you never know what people are gonna like. Like me and him like really weird shit, obviously, but we didn't know that it was gonna be received like that. So it was gross, and you'll see why. So you heard leading up to where it gets really gross and weird, but it has holiday themes.
Guys, for sure.
It's like a Shane Black movie.
It's in a
It's like a dark comedy.
It's
yeah.
very dark and gross, and but it does have holiday themes, and I think there's a lesson for everybody in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So
For
check
sure.
that out.
Really?
Yeah, we can't give the lesson because we don't want to.
Yeah,
spoil
you got to
it.
watch it so you
There's
can
a
get the
huge
lesson.
lesson. Yeah.
Shocker for me as a viewer who watched. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess you can find a lesson in it.
It's a good one for the kids.
Yeah.
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 Children should watch
Watch
it.
it, with your
Children should
family
watch it, yeah.
around the fire.
It's the true story of Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas miracle, really. But we had a good time doing that. We rushed through it because we had one day. We shot it at an orthodontist office, and like we designed it to make it seem like a dermatologist's office. And
Nice.
the guy was such a good sport. Like there was weird shit going on set. He didn't ask any questions. The owner of this orthodontist thing. But like we had a special effects artist that really like brought up the production value and made our like big gag at the end really work. Shout out to Tori.
Yeah, she was great.
She was awesome. Shout out to everybody involved with that. Stymie, Victoria, Tori, everybody.
Well, you were actually an actor in it too. You were a secretary.
Oh, yeah.
Or assistant or something.
My wife was supposed to play that, but at the last second, she started seeing like what the fucking movie was about and how gross and fucked up it was. So she kind of bailed at the last second. But she produced it. Thank God for her. She loves producing, so she like lined everything up. But she bailed on the secretary position, so I had to play like the hottest fuck secretary at the very end. You'll see. I'm like smoking in that shit.
I think you tried on a shirt we had, and it was like way too tight.
Well, it was a women's nurse's top that I got for my wife, but like my tits were fucking. It was really tight and
You were
awkward.
jacked, bro.
We were jacked. We were all jacked up about it.
We were all uncomfortable about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. And so that one is your most critically acclaimed.
I guess you can say. Oh well, no, we've done like some serious shit, like a documentary we did that.
Yeah.
But like as far as comedy, yeah.
Yeah, this one did really well in the film festivals.
But we're also new to the film festival game. We just started exploring it.
Like 10 years ago.
No, we started like we finally just started submitting like our comedies into film festivals, thinking that this would be a good idea to like branch out. I think we started with
3-4 years ago.
what's
Yeah.
the one we started with? So it wasn't McKinley; it was the one after McKinley High.
Paradise Guys.
Listen up, ladies. There's a celebration going on right now on your telephone. It's Canada's ultimate paradise, guys. And it's what all the ladies are gossiping about. Imagine, right now, you can talk live with exotic men who want to meet you.
We're the boys of paradise. And here is where your paradise begins. Yeah.
Paradise Guys was like the first one we actually tried, and we only put it in like 1 or 2, but it got accepted in one of our favorite film festivals, T-Buff, Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival. Shout out to you. You guys are my favorite fucking film festival.
Actually, that was the last podcast that we did.
Paradise Guys. He was a Paradise Guy.
Yes.
Sexy as fuck. Alex was a Paradise Guy. Sexy as
I
fuck.
was.
but he shot Alex DP'd and shot the whole deal, and it's a homage to those 1-900 sexy sex chat commercials. And we play the hottest guys in Canada, like super fucking hot. So check that out, because we're actually bringing it back. We're bringing the Paradise Guys back. Hopefully, sometime between January and March, we're doing a Paradise Guys music video, sex chat music video. So I'm excited for that.
That's dope. Can you actually submit music videos into film festivals?
Oh,
or?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah, they have categories for that for sure.
Music videos?
Yeah, I think there's some that are specific to like music videos. Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty
for
dope.
sure. There's a film festival for everything.
Yeah, because I haven't paid attention to music videos as of late. But I mean, I listen to music and shit like that. But I never I just thought that people just stopped trying with music videos because I started to see that they're all the fucking same kind of thing.
Well, there used to be a television network for them, and now it's just all YouTube. So.
Yeah.
Well, in all fairness, like some of these artists still like have a storyline to this shit, but mostly it's like a well-oiled machine. Like they know it works. Like hot girls, cars, whatever, and it's rinse and repeat. Unfortunately, and that I think a lot of people are lost.
I mean, you'll have your really unique ones once in a while,
like all of my music videos.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick ones. Actually, the song that you were hearing at the top of the hour was actually a song by Sick Ones, which is Tyler's band. Well, I mean, your hip hop.
Well, it's me and Cody's group.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that song is called "I'm in This Bitch," and it's about giving the fat girls love too, up in the club and at Denny's, wherever. So that's also featuring a couple of
quality.
We had some guests on there, Antonio. I like that. We had some guests on there. Alpha and Omega and Bunga Breeze were featured on that one. That's a banger. Should be on the radio, but I don't know how to do anything.
You guys haven't done a music video in a long time.
No.
Well, when's the last time you guys recorded a record? A racket?
Well, we have a lot of shit that's like.
They have
finished.
4 records, but they're not
We
released.
haven't released them.
Really?
Yeah.
They're more exclusive that way.
Yeah. No. I guess I just get busy with like work and comedy that like sometimes the music thing plays third fiddle.
Well, Alex, what about you, man? Like, do you want to talk about the stuff that you've been working on and everything like that, so we can, dive into what is Alex, bro? Let's give you this drop right here, bro.
What do you want to know? Some of the TV shows I've been working on.
Give us the tea. What's the TV show that you've been working on?
So I worked on a really cool program last year and into this year, called The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
Or the Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Streaming. It's already aired, all the episodes.
Nice.
They're really cool.
I think I actually I've never seen an episode, but I think I have seen the thumbnail on Disney Plus.
Okay. Yeah, check it out. It's I think it's like 8 episodes. We worked on it for like 6 months. Super cool. Super cool visuals. Only time cameras have been like in the areas we got to go in Animal Kingdom. So.
And this is the Animal Kingdom that's in Orlando.
Yes, correct.
Did you perhaps get to see 2 kangaroos fucking?
I did see 2 rhinos fucking.
Wait,
so
Animal Kingdom has real animals?
Yeah, man. It's one of the biggest zoos in the United States by like square foot wise.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
They only have like African animals, but
so they don't do animals from other countries.
No.
It's dope though.
Other regions.
Yeah, it's mostly like Asian, African based.
Don't go there in the summer. It's fucking so hot.
It's very hot, but unfortunately and fortunately, I was the DIT on the show, so I wasn't in the.
You weren't in the shit.
I wasn't in the shit so
but you
much.
were dealing with the shit though.
I was dealing with the shit, but I wasn't in the shit. So it was a good experience though. Great people. So.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually went to a park. I'm not sure if you guys have gone to like a theme park this year during the pandemic kind of thing, but to be honest, this is the best time I've ever been to a park.
I'm sure it's less lines.
Ever, yo. There was less lines, less people, and everybody was sticking to themselves. There was nobody who was bumping into me, especially the little kids kind of thing. Not saying that I don't like little kids, but I mean,
You got your
away from
personal space.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks because they gave me like 5 or 6 free tickets, and I really wanted to do the Star Wars thing, but
Didn't.
the pandemic hit. It was like,
Yo, to be honest, these theme parks, they're doing their. There's people who are walking around who are telling people like to put on a mask.
I love that.
Yeah.
Especially on airlines, it's like, dude, if you're not, like you must wear your mask over your nose and mouth, or you'll be you won't be able to travel with American Airlines anymore. And yet all these
Anymore?
Well, yeah, like you're done apparently. But
ban you?
the stewardess are just like talking to people like, "Oh, how you doing?" Da, 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 and they don't have their mask on correctly, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then people are eating and drinking. I get that, but they're not. I guess one flight out of all the flights I had this year, there was one stewardess who was like, "Sir, put on your mask," and I was like, "Yes," because it's like awkward as fuck.
You're supposed to wear the mask the whole time, right? While you're
You
flying?
are. I do because like I can't afford to not work, and when I'm on the plane, I'm traveling to go to work.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
if
yeah,
show
why would you
up-
want to risk getting sick?
Right, so I'm not gonna eat or drink. I just sit there and let the guy who's fucking sleeping with his nose out of his mask, leaning on me,
Yeah.
be an asshole.
Shit. Like on this podcast, there's only one person who got, knock on wood, caught COVID, and that was Kevin.
Damn, he got it.
Yeah, he got it on. He works at the gaming center, Extreme and shit, and he got it from there. And the crazy thing is, like, he got it when we're all gonna go to Orlando the following day. Like, he realized the day before, he was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm going." He said, "I'm not tasting anything. I'm not doing all that stuff. So I'm gonna go get tested." So he got tested, and the day before we were gonna go to back to Orlando, he was like, "Yo, hey, I'm not gonna be able to go."
Right.
So we're like, "Oh shit, what the fuck happened?" He says, "Yo, I got it." So the whole shit.
Crazy.
So it's like we all fucking like missed a bullet kind of shit.
Oh man.
But
Thank God he.
that he
he's
did
all
that
right.
shit.
Yeah.
I noticed it before you guys like gathered.
Yeah, and that was around November. So now he's good to go, kind of thing. But
Did he feel like symptoms and shit, or he was alright?
before he said he didn't, but as soon as what he told me from, he said that as soon as he started, like he couldn't taste anything, then he went to the hospital and they said that, yeah, you got it. You can go back home, quarantine, tell your peoples if you have peoples over there.
Right.
And as soon as that happens, you, what did he have to do? Well, he had to quarantine, and then he got pneumonia. So that's the shit that got him.
Yeah, for sure.
He got pneumonia.
Like walking pneumonia.
Yeah. So he had that shit. So then the thing he was saying, like, yeah, man, they gave me this device to I had to teach myself how to breathe again, like how to like take deep breaths. So he gave him like some type of thing that you blow into in the ball in there.
Yeah.
He had to do that shit. And he's good to go. I haven't seen him since. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him since. Like
just
in
so
person,
you know,
yo.
I just got tested and got my negative results on the 24th. So 2 days ago, I'm negative.
I also
And
got tested as well.
You don't want to talk about it.
I mean, I got the vaccine.
He
Like,
got the vaccine.
How'd you do that?
I did the trial, so I signed up for a trial.
Oh shit! So you got the vaccine, so you're immune.
So if one of us
no,
gets sick,
I'm not
meaning me, it's on you.
You still have to be careful. It's not a cure. It just lowers my risk of getting it or getting really sick from it.
Nice.
So
Well, what you call it? The studio that I work at, they have the Joe Rogan test shit. That's what they have. They have the thing that you just prick your finger. and
rapid
then-
test, yeah.
Yeah, the rapid testing. But there's a test site that's right by my house at the park, and I think the last time I got tested was 3 weeks ago, and I was clear. Haven't had it then, and every time I go to the studio, I just test that shit just for fun. Just, like, oh, let me just prick my finger.
You're like-
prick my foot.
You're bleeding from your nose right now. Is that bad?
Am I really? That could be a symptom. But yeah, man, it's like,
Symptom of partying.
yeah. But the thing that gets me about that, I mean, I don't want to turn this into a COVID fucking test kind of shit, but it's like, I have been on sets and, yo, just like what you were saying before, like people not wearing masks kind of thing. That shit is a big fucking deal, man.
It's a problem.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is a fucking like.
It makes me so fucking angry, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I'm just like, anytime I pass somebody with their nose out of their mask, I'm like, that's not how you fucking wear your mask.
Like people who talk and you can still see their shit. Like, move around.
It's a chin diaper.
Chin diaper. Sick. That's definitely a pandemic band name for sure.
So, what's your thoughts on that Tom Cruise thing that happened like a couple of weeks ago that he blew up on set about people not following protocols?
I respect that 100%.
I think it was out of his boundaries for sure.
Well, I don't
He's
know
a producer though. He's a producer too.
Yeah, but there's COVID safety people there, and Scientology's way worse for people than COVID.
Yeah.
So sorry.
That'll fucking kill you. Scientology has been known like just with stats way worse than COVID.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Scientology's forever.
That's the first time I ever heard that take, man. Somebody else said, "Dude, you're a Scientologist, man." Well, it would sound like this, "Dude, you're a Scientologist."
Respect.
And that was the last time that guy ever had a job.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, damn. Let's get back onto the real idiots and everything real.
Real.
Yeah.
Real.
So,
REEL. Unfortunately.
You guys had the opportunity to work with this online. This thing blew up this year. This online isolation wrestling federation.
The IWF.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pray tell.
Well, I love your enthusiasm because you know all about it. But for the audience sake, So during the pandemic, a couple of buddies started a wrestling federation called the IWF, the Isolation Wrestling Federation, and basically you remember wrestling. There was always promos like the Undertaker calling out, Steve Austin, whoever it was, the Undertaker calling out Rock, and they do these little bits where they, like on location, shoot some shit and talk some shit about each other to hype up the match, pre-match or after the match. So the whole premise was like, what if we did promos leading up to a match, but we never wrestled because of isolation and the pandemic? And it became a global thing from Australia to England to South Florida. Actually, one of the Real Idiots main players, Anthony Hernandez, said, "Hey, I remember you did a wrestling promo with this character called Beef Fajita. You should check out this IWF thing. I'm going to do it." So I went in there and I called out the IWF, let them know who the fuck Beef Fajita was, and he let them know who Tony Danger was, and we kind of went from there. Beef Fajita's fucking undefeated. Beef Fajita! Check it out, Beef Fajita shirts for sale, And it just like evolved into this like thing that people were following all the storylines and all the battles, and the way the battles work, the audience votes on who kicked whose ass.
To be honest, when I first heard about it, it was so perfect, and it was like kismet, because everything just worked out so well that you can actually visually see how it could work, and you're like, I can see how big this thing can be, and this is fucking fun. This looked like, especially we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we're all isolated. So I'm like, to do something like this, this is like you're actually communicating with people without actually, like touching and stuff like
or
that.
being in the same
and it was
country.
Fucking amazing. It was.
It was
fun,
a perfect
man.
storm, and it's still going on, especially with all this fucked up shit going on. We don't know how long we're gonna be isolated or whatnot.
There's There's a pool for it, man. I got my money on. We're not gonna be normal until 2024. That's
Jesus
my number.
Christ. All right. Well, I'd like to think a little more positive than that, but hopefully not. Not for the sake of the IWF, but for the sake of goddamn.
Just work. Just be able to just
being
go out.
sane. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, man. I hope not.
High hopes. But so, anyways, the IWF thing became like a perfect storm, and we're still doing it, and we need new wrestlers and new fresh blood. And I brought on a lot of characters to the game, and they all were fucking rock stars. But shout out to Casey Hopkins and Jimmy Riddle and the guys who created it. I've kind of been there, doing the damn Beef Fajita thing and supporting the thing. But now we have, Mick Foley attached.
Yeah, man.
Wes
When I
Borland.
saw that, I was like, nah, this is unreal.
Yeah, it's
For real.
crazy. Wes Borland, the guitar player from Limp Bizkit, is currently calling out the IWF. But I ended up recruiting a professional wrestler, Big Con, through a buddy of mine, Brandon. He's the drone operator on the TV show I work on. And he connected us, and we had a blast being the Behemoth Battalion. And we ended up winning the tag team title. Why don't we play some sound from
we could play some
from me and
Beef.
Big Con, Beef Fajita.
Big Con.
Check out the IWF, the Isolation Wrestling Federation, on Instagram. You won't be disappointed.
And here we go.
Now, some of you might know me as Connor, Big Con, but you can call me Big Orc. Now, I heard there was an idiot missing from his village, and I only hope that you weren't talking about my burly brother, Beef Fajita.
No, you heard right, Connor. Jim Reaper called Beef a village idiot. And on top of that, his little girlfriend, Harold Hopkins, claims I got a death wish hanging over my head. Pretty ballsy for a couple jackwagons.
It appears that you two are playing with fire, because from where I stand, Jim Reaper, Harold Hopkins, you two have a death wish.
It's the Behemoth Battalion, and we're here to let you know we're not here to play patty cake with these champion babies of the IWF. Nah!
Keep your head on a swivel.
And saddle up!
Behemoth Battalions are here to bash.
So that's Beef Fajita and Big Con.
Beef.
Saddle up!
So, when you thought of Beef Fajita, what was your
So there's a weird
your
backstory
thing?
to that.
Yeah, what's your backstory behind making Beef Fajita, yo?
So the backstory is me and a real idiot back in the day were doing a backyard wrestling mockumentary, and it was called The Ballad of Beef Fajita, about this wrestler who started from backyard wrestling, and started climbing through the ranks, and people started noticing, and he had scouts coming to his shows, his backyard shows, and he was about to make it big, and his arch nemesis, Whiteout, switched his steroids with boner pills, so he got like a raging hard-on in his final fight, and was embarrassed, left the ring, and just spiraled out, fucked everything up, and then there's like this whole resurgence. Unfortunately, we have a bunch of hours of filming that Alex actually shot, so hopefully we'll put together a sizzle and maybe get some funding to actually finish it. But we never finished it. So Beef Fajita was like the character we came up with, and it was a collaboration. But it was like this man who was like so majestic, and he'd like stomp around the ring like a stallion, and he had like a long flowing mane, and that was it. And we never really overthought it. But when my buddy Anthony, Tony Danger, his character in the IWF, reached out to me, I was like, oh yeah, I'll try it. And then I was like, oh shit, this is a lot of fun. So we kept doing it. And that was that. And then I recruited a bunch of people, including you, yourself. And you came over here, didn't even know what your character or your, what you were going to be. And we kind of just went through my extensive costume box.
Started drinking,
obviously, as inspiration juice. Mm-hmm. And we went into my garage and found. We were sitting there like, we don't know what this is going to be, but you're going to be a part of it. And I found a Letterman jacket with the letter R. So we came up with the idea of Big Dick Richard. Mm-hmm. And it was this the whole premise was like this fucking asshole jock that obviously doesn't look like a jock, doesn't act like a jock, but he's such an asshole that it just works. And we put you in front of the green screen, and we kind of just let it roll, kind of figured it out as it went, and it was fucking amazing. Just so fucking funny and hilarious.
Go fuck yourself trophy.
Yeah, the go fuck yourself. I get pussy for fucking trophies. So why don't you play them some
That
Big Dick Richard?
fucking line was legit by mistake.
Yeah. So what happened was Cody was I think Cody was doing audio. I had the camera set up in front of the green screen, and I was literally like full like hyping you up, just like saying shit, and we, you know, like trying out like because we were figuring out the character as it came, and he was so willing to just say anything that like I'd be like I get fucking pussy, or I get trophies for fucking pussy, and he said I get pussy for fucking trophies. I was like, that's your character. You're like so fucking hardcore, you don't even know what you're saying. So why don't you play some Big Dick Richard for the people?
Nice catch. Sup, Big Richard here. And there's two things you need to know when you're dealing with me. A, I fuck pussies. And B, I get pussy for fucking trophies. And two, I'm here to fuck shit up in the IWO.
Big Richard?
What, bitch?
It's the IWF, the Isolation Wrestling Federation.
Just voice over it. Oh, what's the R stand for? Return to sender. Cause none of you bitches better be sending me no fan mail. Cause I can't read. But reading does get you touchdowns. Go 20. Oh. Big Dick Richard here. And from A to 3, none of y'all want a piece of me.
Wow. I just love nice catch. You're telling yourself nice catch as you're catching the football. Yeah.
Oh my god, man. Yo, that whole fucking shit was so fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, we had a good time. We got to bring Big Dick Richard back, dude. The fans.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think some of your numbers were pretty crazy, right?
Oh yeah.
With
Bro,
your...
and he was getting hit on by like random Instagram girls that were like, oh yeah, Big Dick Richard.
Yeah, got a fucking random phone call, FaceTime, and I'm like, the fuck is this?
Yeah. Dude, we got to bring you back, man. I think a lot of people need to come back. We kind of took a hiatus with the holidays and stuff, but I think Big Dick Richard needs to make his IWF comeback because it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh,
and we have a great time doing it.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like you're having a good time doing things that you love.
And not taking it too seriously, which is like your whole character's premise of just saying shit and like really owning it.
Yeah, it's a law. It's fact.
Yeah,
that's my whole thing. Is like, I think this is whatever's happening. Yeah, it's a fact kind of
shit. Yeah.
But what about you, Alex? Man, are you gonna have a character too, man?
I don't think so, man. It's been thrown out there, but
yeah, we were trying to do the sewer rat.
I was gonna be
catcher, like a dog catcher,
from your
murder mystery
from your wife's murder mystery
party for her 30th.
Exactly. I was gonna be like a dirty Russian guy.
Should still do
sewer cleaner, toilet cleaner. Acting's not my forte, so probably leave
Why don't you
it.
just be this? Why
Leave
don't
it
you
to
be
you
this
guys.
guy right here? This guy that you are right now. This douche.
You should see his handwork because a new Real Idiot sketch that's coming out called "Can You Imagine?" Hopefully January 2nd. Alex, for some reason, even though he's not an actor, insisted on acting, and usually he DPs and shoots it. But his whole...
He decided to get in front of the camera.
He was like, you know what, fuck it, I want to be in front of the camera. I was like, all right, okay. Whatever.
That was a mistake.
Big mistake. But all of every scene he does, if you just watch his hands, he's acting with his hands more than his mouth or body.
Really?
It's all handwork. Like you can do an acting reel with just close-ups of his hands.
Oh my god! For some reason, I was thinking about a memoriam. You know how they do it in the Oscars when they say, "Oh, memoriam video
of his hands."
Just his hands. Like you just see it in slow motion, and then it just have the timestamps from this time to this time. Kind of shit.
Awkward hands all the time.
No, I got the awkward sway, dude.
You do. You sway.
But I think
for real?
I think that's a thing with acting. Like I think a lot of people have like a natural sway to them when they talk. Maybe some people, but like actors,
rhythm,
if you
at
watch an
least.
actor, they're like
I follow
they're
a lot
like
of actors
they're like
on
stones.
TikTok, and yeah, man, you're right.
They just like stay in one spot.
Nailing it for.
Yeah, I'm too awkward for that.
So you're comparing yourself to like
I'm twitchy.
like James Dean and Denzel Washington and
No, not at all.
Joaquin
Louis
Phoenix,
Anderson.
Louis Anderson and stuff like that.
I mean, you never know.
No, we know.
You never know.
Yeah, look out for that one. What yeah. Can
think-
you imagine? It's gonna be raunchy. It's a raunchy, newlywed house hunting narrative.
That one was pretty fun to be a part of. Man.
Maybe
That
we'll
was-
show a little fucking preview for the fans right here, but not give anything away because it hasn't came out. So just like a little something, one joke. We're gonna give you one joke right here.
Y'all lovebirds ready to see the master bedroom?
Are we ready? We're extraordinarily ready.
He's so good at that.
Wow, those hands.
I mean, I have to hand it to you.
Thank you.
Speaking of hands, there's another short that you guys shot. And what is commonly associated with hands?
Hand sandals.
I was gonna say that is right. That is pretty good.
We're only
one.
talking about things that we've filmed in the last year and a half. But hand sandals is a goddamn classic.
Yeah, that is.
Check
a
out
classic.
hand sandals.
That
man.
is a damn classic. But I was gonna say doors because I think that's the first thing that
Door to door demon.
I'm not really good with segues, so yeah.
Doors, hands. It's all good.
Yeah.
Door, hands. You know. I mean, I'm not. If we were playing like charades or something like that, I would
be like door.
I keep
hand.
I keep foot
Door
doors.
hand.
Foot doors in my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you knock on doors with your feet?
Well, they're foot knobs. They go at the bottom of the door.
And then you just step on them and push.
Yeah, it's the
To
way.
be honest, I mean that wouldn't be a bad idea.
It's the way of the future, especially with this hand pandemic we have.
Yeah, exactly.
For people to just knock on doors.
I can open a door and I don't have to hand sanitize afterwards.
Yeah.
But definitely, you wouldn't have to do that if you had hand sandals. Brought to you by Hand Sandals and Nardo Industries, the same geniuses who brought you the shower toilet.
And the Drool Pal.
Boom. I'm going to play a clip from Door to Door.
Door to Door Demon?
Yes. And
I like how he almost says the title of the film.
Well, because it's not the whole title on the actual...
Well, if you watched it, you would know the name.
Yes.
Right?
I did watch it.
Did you watch
it?
Okay, you watched it.
I have watched it numerous times.
Should we should we give it a little
Give it
lead
a little
into it?
lead, yeah. Give it a little lead.
You want
What's
to take this one, Alex, since you started it? Door to Door Demon.
Just tell you about it?
No, we're gonna lead into a clip, so give us a little. Like,
Well,
what
here's Door to Door Demon.
That was a solid lead. And here we go.
Hey, you know what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
So I actually saw a ghost the other day.
A ghost?
Yeah.
Go on.
So it all started 2 days ago. I was sitting on my couch in the living room watching TV.
Haters of Airbud 7 Office Dog comes a whole new true story.
What the hell? Ugh.
Good evening.
Hi. Can I help you?
Hi, yeah, I'm Mike Edwards from Rate My Closet.
Rate my closet.
Yes, sir. Think I can come in really quick?
No. Wait, what?
Because your closet's on the inside of the house, so, you know.
No. What the hell is rate my closet?
What? Really? Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a while since anyone's asked me this. What we do is we come to your house and we take a look around, take a look at your closet, and then we rate it.
But I don't get it.
Well, we rate it on a non-biased scale from 1 to 100.
Okay, and then what?
And that is the clip.
There it is.
So when you guys were shooting this, what was your like the idea behind it? Like, cause to me it gave me like a little Poltergeist kind of thing, a feel to it, but it was like Poltergeist meets 3 Men and a Baby.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Scary.
Scary. That's what it gave me. It gave me the vibe of that, but like it was fucking hilarious, man.
You know, some of our ideas are like, I bought some new lights and they had a campfire setting on them.
Oh, okay.
Just
and
an
I was
excuse.
like,
So
I call him. I'm like, I want to shoot something with these lights. Let's just do like a campfire thing. Let's make it a ghost story. And then we riff off that. And he wrote something rough and then sent it back to me, and I cut it down and sent it back to him. And you know, that was the idea.
Hearing how that works is like, I could never get a story about like a door-to-door demon based off of, oh, I got these lights that turn into fucking, like they have a candle setting.
Right.
Can we do something about it? And it's like, boom.
Pretty much, like seriously.
You could, dude, if you
were talented.
Right.
Boom.
No,
That's
just
it.
kidding.
Or if you I was gonna say, or if you had hand skills like Alex here.
But yeah, Tyler came over to my place and was like, we were just kind of shooting back and forth, like, what are we gonna do this on, or what are we gonna write this about? And he's like, my daughter had a friend over, and they were like looking at each other's closets,
and they were like comparing, and
Yeah.
like, oh, my closet's better than yours, and I can't.
Was that a real thing?
Yeah, totally. I was cracking up, actually. I like literally was just walking down my hallway and I overheard it, and I was like, look at these children raiding their closets. And I was like, imagine if that was a fucking app. So I had written that in my phone, and that's what I was gonna say. You can do it if you come up with an idea, throw it in your phone, because you never know when your buddy's gonna be like, hey, I got a fucking new light that has a fireplace setting. What are we gonna shoot? So I just like opened my phone. I'm like, oh, well, I can incorporate this into a ghost story of this guy who comes over trying to sell his door-to-door rate my closet shit, and then things go weird.
It sounded so stupid at first, though. He's like,
I know.
rate your closet.
I'm cracking up as I'm
He's
telling
dying,
him.
and
He's
I'm like, I was like, let's just do it, because
Yeah.
a lot of these things, like, they kind of come off dumb, and then we know our actors, we know what we can do, so they end up like flushing themselves out and being funny. And
That's a huge thing. Our actors, including us, because I don't know if you've seen Alex act, but his hand game is sick.
So good.
But all of our actors, for some reason, because I'm usually directing, they trust me. Okay, so when an idea like Rate My Closet comes across, they really fucking take that to heart. And when they come over, I'm like, don't over fucking think this. I'm like, this is the way I see it, but I'm like, how would you do that? And like, so that same trust comes both ways. So I'm like, all right, we'll let fucking Tony just riff for a second. And then a lot of times it's like, I'll let a scene ride, because we'll just let a scene ride, and there'll be a moment of just like confusion, and sometimes those moments of confusion just really jump off the screen, because it should be like, what the fuck?
Totally.
I mean, what are we watching really? You know, so like we'll just let it ride, and uncomfortably, like how long do we let this sit? And the actors that we have in The Real Idiots will just let it sit.
Yeah.
And it just becomes more and more like, what the fuck? So a lot of the times
You like to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, and a lot of times scenes that we end up using in the final cut are just like bloopers, or bloopers right before we start all cracking up because we can't contain it anymore. But something that I found overdoing.
Yeah, things just happen organically, and they just kind of.
But it's not it's come with time. It's come with like,
for sure,
me polishing a turd for so long, and then meeting Alex and him upping the value and like making it more like of a serious thing. I've become a better director by just like letting it be, you know, and like letting the actors fucking do their thing. Like, here's what I'm thinking, but like say it like a fucking human being, and then we'll just let it go from there. And then if something takes a weird turn, we'll fucking crack up about it. I'm like, you know what? This is the way we're gonna go in this direction.
Yeah.
But I'm forever grateful for Alex because like he's like, okay, I'm home, you're home, we need to shoot something, and then within that same day or two, I'm
we
like,
literally,
here's this.
I called him Friday night. We wrote it Saturday morning and shot it Saturday night.
That was
so
it.
Nice. The whole thing.
Whole thing.
And
from conception to it being done was
2 days.
12 hours.
12 hours.
I mean, pretty much.
Sleep. I forgot to add that.
Yeah. Sleep. We slept, but
yeah.
But I'd say
together.
I'd say for writers, and directors, don't fucking overthink it. And if you have the opportunity to not overthink it, have people on your side that are your muses that are like-minded to pull you back. But just fucking throw it out there, put it on a fucking piece of paper, and then worry about pulling it back later. But if you start overthinking it, it's gonna be too overthought and too clean and not really, especially for like absurd comedy like this. If you start overthinking it, it's just gonna feel too forced.
And you have to work with what you have. So okay, you only have 2 actors, so
and a day to shoot it.
Yeah, you only have 2 locations, or you have locations. What locations do you have? You have a house, a garage, a closet. Like, write your stuff that revolves around locations that you have that are easy.
I do that a lot, but at the same time, your first draft should be like if you had a budget and if you had these locations.
I mean, always
we were talking about this
push
yesterday.
the envelope, but if you're trying to just like shoot something, like use what you have available to you.
We were talking about this yesterday for an upcoming shoot we're doing. Is like, I wrote it for too many actors, especially during a pandemic, and too many locations, especially during a pandemic. But I'm not gonna stop my flow when I'm writing it and be like, oh well, I have to write it because I know that I have this location.
So you write big.
I write big, and I end up pulling myself back. But more importantly, your homies that know what's realistic, aka your muse, pulls you back, and like, you're right. This is fucking. We can't have 16 roller derby girls in a park having diarrhea.
Hey, to be honest, if you do want 16 roller derby girls, I know somebody who can get you 16 roller derby girls.
That's perfect.
It's like you're like, let's climb the mountain, and then I'm like, that's a big mountain, and you're like, well, let me hop on your back.
Yeah, make it harder.
Because Kevin works at the Extreme.
Okay.
And
would we ever be able to use like that location when it's not open?
Yes.
That's great.
Yes, because the roller derby girls, they practice and they do stuff in the rolling rink. I don't know what certain times. So Kevin is your in to the roller derby girls.
We're gonna have to have a chat.
Yeah.
So I gave you 2 Real Idiot stickers. One was for Kevin, but you.
Oh shit!
No, I'm gonna give you one for. I'm gonna give you one for Kev. Hope you're doing okay.
Dude, I just used both of them, man.
But honestly, so this new Paradise Guys shit we're doing. The audience, if they may have or may have not seen Paradise Guys, the original, but we're doing a sequel that's a music video, boy band style, and really sexy and steamy and hot.
I could play a little snippet of the audio, but I really want to leave it on the outside.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, the roller rink would be a cool little fucking scene for the Paradise Guys to, like, just be in the center in a roller rink with the lights and shit going.
Dog, if you want it. Yeah, I asked him right now.
Do you know how to roller rink?
No, you're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Ask him
I mean, for these people who are listening, I asked them right now. But to us, I asked them later.
And he said yes. Unfortunately, you're stuck to the truth of this podcast.
Yes.
What were you going to say? Do you even know how to roller rink?
How to roller rink?
Yeah.
I do. It's just...
That's like somebody asking, bro, you know how to be cool, man?
No.
I don't know how to roller rink.
You don't?
Do I have to shoot it, the whole thing in roller skates?
No. Well, if you want, I know somebody who does know how to roller rink.
Or we can take one of those go-karts and put it in the rollers.
Yeah. I know somebody, but the thing is like they're black, so it'll be like you'll have a stand-in who's black, but you're white kind of thing. So it'll look kind of off.
Don't understand what you're saying.
Like if you were to...
The roller skates are black.
A face. We'll do like a close up of you.
So they look
on the roller rink.
They look weird on your naked body.
It'll be a wide shot, but then it'll be a black dude who's doing dance moves.
I love that. Yeah, that makes 100% sense.
You guys should all be naked with just rollerblades on.
So remember that concept that I came up with? This is something that we need to shoot. You can keep coming, baby. My wife is walking down the stairs. It's like Full House.
What about this concept? A guy that was born with rollerblade hands.
Now we're talking.
It's genius.
Well, now we have to film it. Because I have rollerblades and we need any excuse.
Do you really know how to rollerblade?
Yeah.
You know how to skate?
Yeah.
Only on his hands.
Only on his hands.
Like hands and feet. Like a fucking barbarian. No, but remember this concept I came up with, which we really need to shoot. So it's like a sitcom, right? Or like a daytime soap opera, and the whole cast is white, right?
Okay.
And so they do this fucking very dramatic scene with all the players.
Should we be recording this?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not racist. It's just
no, not for that. But I don't want anybody who's listening to this to take your idea.
Oh well, now it's on record, and fuck them for taking it. You have a whole cast of white people in like a daytime soap opera, right?
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, like, so you come out of the scene and it flips to the director and be like, all right, cut. Bring in the other crew. And then the whole cast and crew is replaced, not the cast, the whole actors are replaced by a black talent. Doesn't mention anything to anybody. But, like, he's shooting both.
Day and night? Day for night?
Day for night. He's shooting day for night. So, like, and then, like, you see off screen, like, the white actors being like, what the fuck is going on here? And he's like, you know, look, I'm just trying to... But the end result is, like, cut up between black and white crew, but, like, that's his style of directing. Like, he's like, all right, cut. Let's, you guys take 5. Let's bring in our... other actors, and then like the black.
So they're acting just like the other people were acting.
Exactly.
You just splice it together.
Just splice it together. Yeah.
That is beautiful, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So he's covering all bases, but everybody's confused. Doesn't ever acknowledge it, and the actors on both sides of the A crew and B crew, whichever one it is, are like just very confused, and they have questions. But he's like, oh no. Just doing this is how I direct.
This is how it works. So is it a documentary
I like
about
options.
The whole shooting, or
I like options.
is it a documentary about the shooting, or is it or is it just the actual show itself?
I think both.
Both.
It's
kind of
even
better.
It's kind of a sketch. Then you pull out of the sketch and like flip the line and then see that fourth wall. So it's like sketch / mockumentary about like some director who thinks he's such an artist that he has a whole white crew, a whole white cast, and a whole black cast.
Yeah.
But doesn't ever like give a fucking reason why. But then he picks and chooses like
Because I am woke. Because he's woke.
Exactly. Whoever nails the line better, no matter like what part of or what crew you're on, that's what makes the
That's the one that works. That's the one that's going in.
And I think it would be funny, especially like for the improv realm, which we like sit in. Is like just like let it happen, and then honestly pick out whoever whoever was funniest or more dramatic, you know. But imagine that happening on a set. Like, all right, you guys take 5, and then there's like the same scene with all black people. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm just picturing like the dude, the DP, who's like he's looking through the scope and like, what the fuck? Like he didn't know. Like, what the fuck is this?
I didn't see this on the call sheet.
Oh my god!
Fuck.
You know, a paycheck's a paycheck.
Paycheck's a paycheck.
It's supposed to be a 6-day shoot. Now it's a 12. So
But honestly, it's kind of like it's playing on like like the Tyler Perry world versus I don't know what's the white world that
what's that dude's name who came out with Life Aquatic.
Oh, Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson. That's what I think the opposites are.
Okay, I
could see that. Yeah.
I could see Tyler Perry and
Tyler
Wes
Perry.
Anderson making a movie together. Is exactly what I wanted to feel like. Man, now it's even getting better. Oh shit! There's a lot of claymation for no reason. Sick.
And the editor just like smoking a bunch of cigarettes, just trying to figure out how the fuck to do this shit.
He's like, I gave you notes, dude.
Yeah. He says, the color correction can't work. You're telling me to color correct, but it's not working.
It's Medea and Bill Murray in one scene together.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine Tyler Perry and or Medea and Bill Murray in a scene together?
I think the world will end.
Yeah, seriously. I'd either vomit or cum. One of the two.
Let me play a little music for you guys.
To come.
He was looking kind of dumb with his mouth all full of cum and his face on
My birthday
forehead.
And I said, hey, what a concept. I ain't fucked everything I met, but I knew that I should do it today.
Yeah, that was
Damn,
it.
I should have been recording that.
Damn, you weren't?
I was.
Shouldn't have.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're back at it, ladies and gentlemen, and since we already, let's get into this next one that you guys have done, and it's called Egg Belly.
Egg Belly.
Egg Belly.
Do you guys need a lead to
Yeah.
into Egg Belly?
Yeah, because it's kind of a theme. It's every fucking Christmas. And it's not ever like he's like, oh, we should do a Christmas movie. He goes, hey, we're here for Christmas. We should shoot something. And for some reason, I always write a Christmas-themed thing. And Egg Belly happened to be the latest. It was a very dark...
It wasn't done during Christmas, though. It was shot... Was it really?
December, yeah.
It was it before Christmas?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I think we literally wrapped on Christmas Eve. We had rented a Airbnb in Miami, and
definitely wasn't Christmas Eve, but it was right before.
Yeah.
Probably.
I just remember the day that we were shooting at a house, and I think the last scene that I was there for is when Adam was doing a drone shot from the house, and
that was the last scene.
That was the last scene.
Yeah.
You were there the whole time though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, but I
We
was
needed
just...
Pat was our gaffer.
Yeah, and I know I had to tape up this, but I remember having to set up Christmas lights. That's why I'm like, it wasn't during Christmas.
That was you and Cody doing it.
Yeah.
It was just because it was a rental house and it didn't have Christmas lights.
Oh, they didn't have Christmas
Yeah.
lights. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, the backstory about that again is him hitting me up saying we're both gonna be home. We're both have a hiatus on our shows because we don't shoot during Christmas. Here we go.
Then again, that was this one was like 4 months in the making.
It was. We kind of sat on it
For a while.
We casted it, which is very rare because usually it's just the real idiots. But we're like, you know what? Let's. Initially, I was like, all right, well, let's cast this shit. And I thought the script was so like, at least coherent and together that I was like, you know what? Let's cast it, and hopefully we cast like the worst. Jesus, there's a fly.
Yeah.
I think I swallowed it.
Because I realized that what you guys do, like in everything that you guys shoot, is that there's a touch of something different that you guys add to it. So the touch of something different to this was that you guys started to cast people. Yeah. Is that what it is?
Right.
Or is this the first time?
Well, we wanted like a proper short film that was kind of outside of the Real Idiots. It was still comedy because that's what we do, but it was like not Real Idiot specific. Like it was going to be, we're not going to just throw it on the channel and like let it live its life. We're going to like, this was like purposefully meant for like film festivals and that whole deal.
It was kind of a double-edged sword because fortunately and unfortunately, the people that we casted were fan-fucking-tastic theater actors. I think they were both based from all of them I feel like were theater actors. But I wanted...
You prefer theater actors, or is that just too early to tell?
No, actually theater actors for film sometimes can be very campy and funny, so I kind of thought like, damn, they nailed their casting, so like we casted them, but I kind of wanted them to be worse than they ended up being because they fucking crushed it. Because like the script is so not serious, but they took it serious, and then that put me in a position as a director that I never had before, where I was like nervous. I'm like, man, these guys are doing great. They're rehearsing on their own. I'm not having to tell them anything, and they're nailing their lines without even an extra take. And then, I brought in Nat, a real idiot, who couldn't fucking say a line for the life of him, so they started getting pissed.
He's a talented actor, but it's not his profession.
Right.
So they come from a standpoint of like, this is my job. Like, this is what I want to do for a living. And he came from a standpoint, I'm like, I'm shooting a thing with I'm doing it for my friends.
Yeah.
And he's talented, but it's a different mentality. So when you're working with people that are like serious about the craft.
Yeah, I mean, when the cameras come off, I remember that dude being really fucking entertaining.
Nat?
Yeah, he's a real.
No, thank
cool
God
dude.
for Nat
Yeah.
because, like, honestly, they were too good for what we wrote. We wanted it to feel really campy, so thank God for him because although they were getting annoyed from him, God bless their souls for dealing with him. But you know, Nat has one speed and it's over the top, and
Was
that's great.
A good Arnold Schwarzenegger
for
movie.
that demon.
Yeah.
And you'll see it. We're gonna play a little snippet. You're not gonna see Nat. He's further down the line in the story. But I think like their anger against him in real life actually made them be like, "What the fuck?" And it really jumps off the screen that like these are like seasoned theater actors that like are very professional about their craft. And I just let Nat riff as I always do. And I guarantee you half of the takes that we actually use from Nat were just like fucked up bloopers.
So here's a snippet of Egg Belly.
Merry Christmas. You must be Paulina's... I'm David. Oh, is that for me? That's very nice of you. I'm David. I'm David. Paulina's boyfriend.
Oh, he's here. Hey, honey, I'll be right there.
Okay, hurry, please. Wait. Galaru! Galaru! I'm not sure what's happening, ma'am, but... Hun?
Yeah, that's a little snippet of Egg Belly. It gets weirder.
Kevin
and weirder.
Smith was on this, not the Kevin Smith, but
The other Kevin Smith.
The other Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin Smith. We love you. Kevin Smith was actually all of our college film professors.
Yeah.
Ended up being one of my really, really good friends. And he drove down from Orlando to...
He was every college professor I had.
Yeah, he was it. Dude, he came in and he basically was Alex's right-hand man.
Yeah, he killed it.
Thank God for him.
We shook
has
up
a little cameo in there.
Shook up some lights,
We shook the shit out of those lights, figured out what it was going to look like, and
that was a challenge.
Man, Alex did a great job for what we had, especially the time restraints. And I think we knocked that out in a day and a half.
Yeah, it's like a 48-hour film fest.
Yeah.
Without all the editing you have to do right away, but...
The biggest obstacle, which every film festival... What kind of obstacles did you have making that? And I never really have an obstacle that makes any sense.
You being nervous every shoot we do?
I'm always nervous, but that's why you prepare. The biggest obstacle is Robert Smith, the guy who plays like the voodoo dad lady guy. I wake up, we all slept over this Airbnb, or most of us did, and I wake up and Robert Smith's out on the driveway. Great actor, really fucking... I mean, we casted him, we're like, yeah, I feel like anybody can play this shit. Like, he fucking brought it.
He's well known in the Florida
film community.
Yeah.
He's really good.
He's done some films as well, yeah.
Nice.
But a surprise to us in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, he's out there and like he comes up to me. I'm literally going to get donuts for everybody after a long night. And he's out there and he's like, my wife fell. And she smacked her head and she had a seizure, so I have to leave. I'm like, fuck. I was like, yeah, totally, man. Go right now. What the fuck? Yeah. He's like, thank you so much. This has been amazing. Da da da. I'm like, yeah, man. So we had to figure out a new ending. So we made up the ending. I feel like our fucking history of Real Idiots of just like figuring shit out as we go from A to B helped us in that moment because the whole ending changed because he was gone. And he was like the leader of this cult, as you'll find.
It worked out though.
It worked out, but it was just like I come back in the house. I talk to Alex. I'm like, dude, Robert has to go now. So we're gonna figure this out.
I think like when you're dealing with like shorts that's like on short budget, you don't have like a big production behind you. I think the best thing, the thing that's telling is if there's like restrictions, and that lets like people know that, oh shit, maybe the reason why this is happening is because things couldn't get done, kind of thing. But for the most part, like in that short, like you couldn't tell that there was like any restrictions. It just seems like people were just having fun, hitting the record button and just fucking just lighting it up. Let's go, let's doing it, and it really shows on screen.
Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you pivot and you make it happen.
Yeah,
that's all you can do.
People don't know how like hardships happen and shit like
it's
that.
It's like you're there. You just have to. You got to pull through and figure it out.
Wait, which short
Switch
was it
up.
that the actress came in, saw the shit, and then left?
Scarspace. So speaking of virtual film festivals,
We'll talk about that next.
As they do, they're like, what
kind of obstacles did you have about this film you made named Scarspace?
And my answer was, well, we had this like Instagram hot girl play one of I trusted one of our real idiots. He's like, I know this girl, she's hot, she wants to be a part of this stuff. She comes to the house, we're ready to get rolling on Scarspace, and I present her with the purple wig that she should be wearing for her character, her space character of Elvira. And she looks at it, looks at me. I'm like, okay. She looks back at me and she goes, fuck this cheap ass wig. And just leaves.
She leaves.
Gone.
And here's the thing that's crazy about it. I came in and my energy was met. You guys met my energy because I'm excited to be in here. I'm like, yo, we're going to shoot some shit. And you guys were like, yo. So I didn't know that what happened. But y'all didn't show me what happened.
No.
Just based off of energy, like it wasn't like, hey, yeah, man, things are bad. It was just like, yo, what's going on, kind of shit, which was amazing because usually that shit would be
a downer.
Yeah, it was like, oh, really? Fuck. But I was met with like, yo, what's up?
We kind of made it our like Live Strong bracelet.
I mean, at the same time, like if someone doesn't want to be there, then you don't want them there anyway.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
Yeah, but
Fair
still,
enough.
it was like a shock. Like she was chatting.
Dude,
with my
I saw
wife
her
and-
as I was getting out of the car, and she walked right by me.
Dude, the funny thing is, she came up to. We were all huddled around my computer, like watching what we had shot already, because we had shot a day prior.
Yeah.
The green screen and all that, and she's sitting there watching it with everybody, and the whole cast, the eventual cast, including her, was there. And I swear to God, her laugh was carrying over everybody. She was cracking up. This is fucking amazing. Da da da. And all it took me was showing her a $20 purple wig, and she's like, "Fuck this wig," and just she rode in a car with
Maybe
somebody.
she was nervous and not confident in herself.
Maybe.
It just was like
But we
that was
moved on.
that was an excuse.
We moved on, and Catherine Taggart stepped up and played all the female roles and crushed it. And now she's a very integral part of the Real Idiots. She's Ashley Reda's girlfriend, and they both have a
Fiance.
And
Fiance.
They both have been gracious enough to keep believing in what we're doing, and really never asking a question of why, or like
Keeping the faith.
Keeping the faith, not reading the script, just going for it. And I'm just very blessed to have you and everybody else around me that believe in me. That's fucking phenomenal and huge.
That's awesome. Let me that's a lead into Scarspace. Let me play. Oh, wait, we haven't even said what the Scarface really is. So
yeah, before we roll the clip, I must say that Anthony Hernandez and Sam Villamazar, all Sam and Tony said was Scarspace. And I go, yes. So the next week after that, we sat down and we started writing, and we actually saw it through, which is the first time that's ever happened from anybody that has pitched me an idea. It's usually because they say I'd be funny with my friend doing this, and I'm like, you're whack. But all they said was Scarspace, and I was like, yeah, 100%. And we wrote the shit, and here's a little tidbit.
In the summer of 1980, Tony Montana began one of the largest narcotic empires this world has ever seen. I'm back, baby!
Tony, I know 6 months ago we went through some hard times. But isn't it perfect how everything turned out perfectly? We came out alive, healthy, wealthy, and well. You took over the world just like you said you would, Papo. Tell me, what's next?
The universe, Chico. And everything in it. From the creators of Airbud 7, Office Dog, comes a whole new true story. Scarspace.
And that's the clip. Yo, for some reason, it always makes me laugh when he says perfect twice.
Yeah.
Like,
isn't it perfect how everything worked out perfectly? Oh, shit.
Oh, and this also supposed to be, you guys are basically doing like a Pixar thing where you have a little hint at a future project. Because I know that you guys are saying that you're going to do the Office Dog. The Office Dog trailer.
So again, that's Tony and Sam concept. I don't know which one of them came up with the initial, but they're like they presented me. They said the word Scarspace, and then they said Airbud 7 Office Dog, and the only reason I picked Scarspace is because I figured like dealing with a dog or even a stuffed animal would be a lot harder, and I only had so much time to shoot it. So we went with Scarspace, but I can definitely see Airbud 7 Office Dog being made, so it's in Scarspace, the reference of that, and it's in Door to Door Demon. As you see Cody watching the TV before he hears the door knock, it's like, from the creators who brought you whatever, Airbud, blah, 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 Office Dog. You hear it too, so we try to do a little Easter egg right there.
Nice. So, Scarspace, that's where you came with, you had the little situation with the one actress who just bolted. But other than that, man, I mean, there was some good times had on that set.
Oh man, we had a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I wish it. Sometimes you're like, damn, we could just keep shooting, but you start wearing down. But that whole shoot, we were having so much fun. You can see that in like the bloopers and outtakes of Scarspace.
Let's do cocaine.
I mean, just the outfits alone.
Oh man, we had a blast. You were in it. You're the guy putting the money in the money counter.
Yeah, I was the money man.
And Pat did the audio on that shit. It was crazy. We shot the whole thing in one day. No, I lied. We shot the whole thing in 2 days. But
They wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have known that you were lying.
Well, so what we did the day prior was me, Tony, and Sam did like a small shoot with just the parts that we could get away with, and then we had the rest of the cast there.
Yeah, that was the big day.
This is right when the fucking world stopped.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Then I think it was like a week later. Fucking the
We had to
pandemic
shut down
shut
everything?
everything down. Yeah. But it's like a.
And it happened this year. Jesus.
Yeah.
I thought that was last year.
That was
took
this
place.
year, dude.
March.
It was March.
Wow.
Yeah. So like Scarspace is like an extended trailer, as if Tony Montana and the rest of his posse, his sister, Elvira, everybody made it out okay, and took their coke dealings to space.
Because that's the only place, man.
That's obviously the next
step. Yeah.
What a concept!
Obvious
and what
next step.
Seriously, the fact like Scarspace. Sometimes a title sells it.
Yeah.
And that's what sold it. It was like Scarspace. I'm like, yep.
There's not enough space drug movies.
Yeah.
There isn't.
There's really not.
Well, there's Spice
I don't think
that
there's
you
any.
sell in this space.
What was it? Judge Dredd? That was a
talking
good
about
one.
Star Wars?
That was a
Star Wars and Dune. They both use Spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know.
So
What
Tony
spice.
makes a reference of you dropped the spice in the.
You dropped the spice at the first sign of Imperial Entanglement? What the fuck, bro?
Tony, we're the best space bank in space.
No, I'm fucking pissed.
You need to relax, Tony.
Fuck!
You're in good tentacles with us.
It's for the people.
It's for the people.
It's for the people. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying something?
No.
No, you weren't? Okay.
I don't think so. I said there's not enough space drug movies. There's got to be more. I mean, Judge Dredd was like one of them. That was like...
That's very few, though.
Yeah.
I think that's a futuristic drug movie.
We could do Carly.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Space
Not necessarily
version.
space, but like futuristic.
Well, there's that. What's that one movie? Oh,
American Me in
RoboCop.
Space.
RoboCop, yeah.
RoboCop.
We need more space drugs. You know?
Space Coke.
Space Coke.
Yeah.
What is Space Coke?
You'll see in Scarspace.
There you go.
The movie. Tony's back. Watch it. You won't be regretted.
Yeah, everybody should take a look at all these movies. We still have one more to go. Steve Sucks. What you would like? How would you like to lead this into an actual clip? Steve Sucks.
Well, Steve Sucks is... Wow, I just had a brain fart. Give me it again.
Steve Sucks.
Steve Sucks.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So Steve Sucks is...
Dad, my lettuce is brown.
So is your mother's asshole, but that doesn't stop me from putting it in my mouth. Hi, I'm beloved comedian Steve Winsler. How would you like to learn Hollywood comedy chops like you've seen here?
Let's go, Wildcats!
All you need is my DVD, Steve's Comedy Clinic. On it, you'll find hints and tips about the secrets of comedy, such as creating great gags. Whoa! Just kidding. See what I did there? You'll also learn how to create jokes.
So this is supposed to be like just a story about the comedian, not about just being funny kind of things. Like it's like what's the name of that movie with Adam Sandler? Funny People? Yeah.
No.
No, I'm taking it too deep.
I honestly don't know. Yeah,
the water's shallow.
It was kind of. It was literally like a way to get into like this is how you write jokes. You compare these two things and plus a topical thing that happened in the news and you mash it up. So I was just like, well, how do I get into this? So it was like, okay, he's a soap opera, a sitcom actor, and then he walked off set trying to sell his DVD on how to be a comedian.
Oh, okay.
And then it just turned into like, oh shit, now he's smoking crack. And then he jumps out of a fucking window and ends up in the hospital and meets another comedian. You know, like, so that half of like you get up to the point where he's smoking crack, but the rest of the shit that I wrote hasn't been done because animation is expensive, dude.
Yeah. I remember you guys did an animation previously. We spoke about it when we were on the podcast before. That I think it was the one with Stymie on it, and you guys did it was like a bank robbery or something.
That wasn't Stymie. That was me and Jesse.
Okay.
240 and 260. You have a great day. Next, please.
Me?
Yes, sir, you. Let's go.
Just go! We don't have time for that shit!
How do I,
Let's go. You need to move.
Nobody move! Well, which one is it? Move or don't move? Shut up!
So yeah, that's what that was.
Check it out, guys.
Check it out, guys.
You got to see it to believe it.
I still love Jesse. Just haven't heard from him. That's all.
I hope he's doing well, man. Last
We
time
all
I
do.
saw him, he was in. I want to say Sunrise. That's the last time I saw him. He was over there.
disgusting.
Sunrise, Florida. I mean, yeah, it's it's suburbia. It's basically where you are.
Poor thing.
Hope you're doing well. Shit, but I think that's been our episode, man. I'm just gonna let's leave the audience with ask you guys a question so you can give to the audience. Okay. Basically, what will you say to people who want to be creative like you guys, right? But they don't have the foundation, like they don't have the equipment, they don't have the friends, they don't have the base. What would you say to these people? Like, what would you want them to?
I got your
know?
question. You want to go first?
Sure. It's cliche, but one, go out and do it. Mm-hmm. But like, there's so many resources out there that are free. YouTube.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a phone, and a lot of these phones have awesome cameras and video cameras, and it's a really good way to get started. And you don't need an expensive computer to edit, and it's a lot of it's just like right at your fingertips. So if you write a script, write a story, go film it, make it happen. Find some friends, some family. You'll be surprised how many people are more willing to help you out than not.
100%.
So,
yeah, exactly what he just said. Man,
you can't say his answer because he already said it. So you gotta be fresh.
Yeah, you gotta bring something to the table, dude.
Hold on, let me say it exactly. He said, "Hey, you gotta be surprised about all the family members that you have. There's so many family members.
You have to use all your family members.
Use all of your family members."
No, but he said it. He said it for real. Honestly, you'd be surprised. So if you surround yourself with a crew of people that are like-minded and just being an artist or being creative or just leaving their legacy, I guarantee you, if you write the script as an idea and then you shoot it, you'd be surprised of what you can actually do. I think I talked about it a few times. It's just shit out the script and then rein it back with what you can do and what locations you can get and what actors you can get. So just like write it and then fucking shoot it. And hopefully it's something that nobody's ever done before. Make the movie that nobody's ever done before. I guess that's my shit.
Write it, shoot it, make it.
Write it, shoot it, make it. Yeah.
Make it, shoot it.
Don't overthink it. That's
it.
a big thing. You start overthinking it, you're going to lose your comedy. You're going to lose the outlandishness and the absurdness of your B movie. So go out there, write it, don't overthink it, make it. That's what.
Or go to film school. You could do that too.
You don't want to do that. Go to YouTube school.
We met each other in film school, so.
Yeah, and we met Pat in film school, and a lot of people that we still fuck with. We were the best.
Still got
class.
the debt though.
I was gonna say we were the most thorough and.
I don't even.
We're the best class ever made.
Can we even call film school? We didn't go to film school.
Yeah,
we went to broadcast.
We went to technical.
We went
college.
to the kiosk of film schools.
Yeah.
Man, I did so good in poetry.
But Russo said, he was also at the school and he worked there. He said that the class that we were in was like the most promising out of all the classes that were there before.
Ever.
Yeah, Kevin Smith said that as well.
Yeah.
Dude, if you look at
everybody's working.
If you think about you forget about whatever guy in the corner, but if you think about like how many fools are still in the fucking film industry right now.
Do you remember?
Literally like 3/4 of our generation in the AI of FL actually are still doing the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Except for
everyone's doing good. You know, so film school is good in that aspect. You meet a lot of people you can collaborate with, and you learn some stuff. And yeah, it's expensive, but if it's what you want to do, then make it happen.
Also, when you're as rich as I am,
yes,
and how rich Alex is,
when you live in a castle like Tyler,
and how rich Pat is, like all three of us are rich as fuck. So
I don't like to let the audience know that I'm rich.
people come after you, man.
Yeah.
But you have security anyway, so it doesn't. Your security guards.
I really don't want to talk politics here, guys.
You'll never make it past my gatehouse.
I fucking knew it. That asshole from Wacka Hut. Whacking Hut?
Whacking.
Shout out to Whacking Hut.
Is that a real place?
Stop arresting me.
Yeah, they're like fake security guards. Or,
Oh,
I mean,
for real?
they're real security guards. They're fake cops.
They have fake guns and real pepper spray.
Yeah.
They just do the sound effect
Yeah.
when they about to...
I gotta pee.
They're in
So,
here.
okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna leave this show with the song from Paradise Guys music video.
Oh, why don't you give the lead in?
Yeah,
From
so
what you know about.
From what I know is that we're gonna have a music video for Paradise Guys, and this song right here is gonna be the song that you're gonna hear for the music video.
Sorry, I can't do that on your Apple Watch.
All
Son
right,
of a bitch.
whose watch was that? Was that mine or yours?
That was mine.
Okay. So this song is the Paradise Guys song, and I hope everybody enjoys it. This is basically a world premiere.
Wait. Before you will, did we talk about what the Paradise Guys were?
I think we did before, did we not?
Fair enough.
In the beginning of the episode.
Yes, yes, we did discuss that.
Yeah. So this is the actual song for Paradise Guys, and I hope everybody enjoys it. This has been the We Seen It podcast. I have been Pat, and we got here. You seeing it? Yep. And
Alex Stefano.
Tyler.
Yes, and we've been us and y'all been y'all. I hope everybody had a ball.
Merry Christmas.
We seen
Yes.
it.
There's only one way to meet a boy just like me. And me. And me. And me. And me. And me. And also me as well. But you gotta call now to chat with us, bombshells. Bombshells. Better refill that glass of Zinfandel. Cause the Paradise Guys are here to kiss and tell.